The Himalayan 450 chassis braking.
2 इंसिडेंट रिपोर्ट हो चुके हैं चैसिस ब्रेकेज के।
कुछ हफ्तों से कंट्रोवर्सी से जूझ रहा है।
जो एक्चुअल प्रॉब्लम है उसके बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर रहा है।
मतलब 450 का चेसिस टूट जा रहा है।
तो दोस्तों रॉयल एनफील्ड हिमालयन 450 की चैसी हो रही है ब्रेक।
Hello. So since this chassis braking issue happened on Himalayan 450, we got a lot of emails and inquiries asking about this issue. And this issue was like really concerning for us because the news spread that it happened because of the aftermarket accessory. So we reached out to Royal Enfield team and few more journalists who are already talking to Royal Enfield about this issue. So altogether with all the analysis and information that we got from Royal Enfield that this issue of chassis braking happened because of the incorrect hardware and an incorrect installation of the crash guard on the motorcycle. So we went little ahead to know this issue in more detail, how the hardware actually can cause damage at your chassis. So major culprit is the bolt which are holding crash guard and everything together on the engine mounts. So this bolt has two functions. One is keep all three elements binded and other one is to hold the engine axially. Now this is the bolt is getting used almost on all the aftermarket crash guards. Now as this bolt is fully threaded, it compromises the axial strength and the binding strength of this bolt, which may cause the nut to become loose during the ride. And this leaves the engine head unsupported, which causes the stress at the stress point on the chassis, and eventually this becomes the reason chassis to go break. So there is another possibility of damage that can happen on the chassis. The bolt gets screwed directly onto the cylinder head. So while attaching the crash guard, if there is a slight misalignment, this can lead to damaged thread inside the cylinder head, which can cause a slight deviation while riding, and this puts more stress on the chassis, and eventually your chassis can break because of this. Apart from the crash guard installation part and the hardware part, there is a major concern with the crash guard design itself. Now we are seeing this huge kind of crash guard is getting trend since last 3-4 years. Now Himalayan 450 chassis is the twin spar frame, and this is not built to take the unnecessary load from the crash guards. So if you're adding a crash guard with too many mounting points, basically this prevent crash guard to do its a core function of taking the load from the crash and deform it. So this will put unnecessary load on your crash guard, and this can lead to chassis breakage. Now let's understand Himalayan 450 crash guard design. So in this design we have used our proven theory which we used on Himalayan 411 crash guard design back in 2020. So we have integrated a crumple zone in our crash guard. So crumple zone is nothing but a weaker link that we integrate in the crash guard which is supposed to be get bent whenever the crash happens. And when we say a proven design, we have 100+ of crash guard which got bent on a similar section, what we call as a crumple zone. A similar theory we used while building Himalayan 450 crash guard also. The smaller section pipes on the Himalayan 450 are supposed to be a crumple zone, and these will get bent while the crash happens without transferring any load to the chassis. At Auto Engina, while developing the crash guard, we try to refer mounting points which are given by OEM. And there is a reason behind this, because OEM always have the proven data of the chassis design. And it's better to follow those mounting points only to build a safer products for the motorcycle, and those products will become a more compatible products eventually. So recently we saw some marketing stunts in the name of motorcycle accessory testing. At Auto Engina, we use some meticulous process to do the testing of our accessories. Our design engineers start working along with the CE engineers only from very first stage of prototyping to do the data analysis of the design. And afterward, it gets followed with the real world testing. In case of Himalayan 450, we handed our bike to Mr. Rishi Mandke, who rode this bike 3 years back, and he on his enduro park for over 2 weeks. He did all the possible stunts and testing procedures that he's supposed to do. And after all this data collection and analyzation, we do some changes which are required in the product, and that's how product becomes live to the market. That's why our products are very valuable and engineered very safely for the motorcycles. Now, talking about the chassis warranty on Himalayan 450, there has been news recently surfaced that if you're using aftermarket crash guard on Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, your chassis warranty will get void. But this is not true. We have reached out to nearby service centers and Royal Enfield official team also to confirm this. However, if you're using a poorly designed crash guard, which we have explained earlier in this video, can lead to damage your chassis and it can void your warranty. So it's crucial to do the proper installation according to installation guide, and it's better to choose a correct accessory with good design. Talking about our crash guard, it's completely safe, and we assure you that it's thoroughly tested and it's been already in use on so many motorcycles. There has been no complaints regarding the same. So you can use our crash guard without any fear. Since this issue has begun, social media has put a lot of pressure on aftermarket accessory brands. While it's important to call out some poorly designed accessories, but it's equally important to recognize and support a team like ours who are working continuously to produce high quality accessories.